All right, we'll move to public testimony. We have House Bill 4883 and Jody White not wishing to speak to the bill and supports the bill.
Hi, this is Jody White. I'm running for Senate District 5, which is in Westland, Garden City, Inkster, Livonia, and parts of Canton. Although the boundaries have changed with our congressional, some of us might be in the 6th, the 11th, or the 13th, or the new 12. The reason why I'm here is because there's been a scheduled meeting today at the House Committee on Election and Ethics. Today is June 14th. And one of the things that I want to bring up is Steve Johnson. He's a representative. He is actually in his 3rd term as a rep, and he says he's not running again. He's pretty much done. He's going to take a little bit of a break. But he brought up this bill. So when you go to a committee, you'll get the agenda. The wind is going. You get an agenda. And then you get this legislative analysis. And that's really nice because at this point we have Holly and Michael. They're not elected officials, but they work here and then they do like a quick summary for you. And then what happens is then you get this bill. Now this particular bill I like. Let me tell you why I like it. It's House Bill number 4883. It's 1 paragraph and 2 paragraphs. Very, very, very simple. And let me tell you what this bill is about. For those of you that are precinct delegates and that are running, you have to sometimes pay your membership fees to the Republican Party. Well, if you look at this bill, what happened, I guess, at the last convention this year in 2022, they were making comments that the precinct delegates who didn't pay their memberships did not have the right to vote. And what Steve Johnson did, Representative Steve Johnson did, he just went into this hearing and created this bill to say that's poppycock. That is what my friend Janice Daniels would say. And this is the thing about it being poppycock. They are elected officials. They go around, they get their names on the ballot to be a precinct delegate. A precinct delegate should be helping our city clerks, being poll challengers. They should be going to these committee meetings and going back and reporting back to your neighbors what's going on. They are hard-working people. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, they are voted in to help educate the neighborhood. So I'm just letting people know that this Rep. Johnson does not want it to be mandatory for them to pay political fees to a party. And one of the questions that was asked was, well, what are they going to do for money? And Representative Steve says, well, that would be up to the private organization. So this guy is representing the people. They're representing the hardworking people that put their names on a ballot. And I appreciate anybody that is putting themselves on the ballot, trying to win in a fair and just way. We have a lot of work to do, and I believe with the people I'm working with, they are hitting home runs. And, you know, I keep running the bases over and over and over again, and I'm just really excited to get the seat as a Senate candidate for you in our district, because I will continue to make sure that our precinct delegates get the knowledge that they need so that you feel that you're being represented in District 5. So thank you.
Up first on our agenda is Representative Steve Johnson, our esteemed colleague here on the committee. House Bill 4883, which deals with requirements for members of a political party to pay dues. Representative?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Esteemed members of the committee, so a very simple, easy bill. Hopefully no opposition today on this one. This actually came out of a situation I dealt with, not trying to throw my local county party under the bus here, but what happened is we were at the county convention after the Republican county convention after the election, and as we're voting on things, they said, well, you can't actually be a voting member unless you pay your dues to the party. I go, no, this is an elected position. I mean, these are precinct delegates. They were voted on in the August primary. They were elected in, and now you're saying they can't participate in the convention, which is the whole point of being the precinct delegate, because they didn't pay their $25 annual due to the party. That's an exact pay-to-play scheme. And what's to stop someone saying, well, let's up that to $500 or $1,000 and try to limit those who can participate? To me, this is an elected position. If it's going to be an elected position, you can't have a requirement that they have to pay in order to fulfill their duties as a precinct delegate. So that's what the bill does. It just simply states, in order to participate in a county convention or state convention or national convention, you can't be required to pay political dues.
All right, thank you, Representative. So do you have any idea how prohibiting the dues would affect the parties that rely on the funding?
That's their problem to figure out. That's not the issue here. If you're relying on funding your political party, on having people who are elected as Republicans or as Democrats to be forced to subsidize you, I think you should re-examine why you exist and maybe a better funding source.
Thank you, Representative. Any other questions? Okay, hearing none. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to pass it out? No?
Don't press your luck, Representative.